This is a DigitNow iRecord. You can do two things with it. Digitize your old VHS or 8mm videos.
On your mark. Get set. Save.
Or you can use it as a monitor recorder for a camcorder tapeless build. Priced at $90, it slots between cheap recorders like the MiniDVR and more expensive and feature-rich devices. Like the MiniDVR, the iRecord has a built-in battery and records onto a microSD card, but an integrated screen, large buttons and full-size RCA jacks make it much friendlier to use. Setting up is very simple. All you need to do is choose the frame size, 640x480 VGA or 320x240 quarter VGA. Insert microSD card, connect your analog playback device, start playing the video for the recorder to detect the type of the incoming signal and adjust the frame rate, and press record. The video grabber, as it's called in the operating manual, generates 1 GB of data per 1 hour of video. Long recordings are split into 90-minute chunks. Files are named sequentially. Compared to the MiniDVR, the iRecord uses the same AVI container, but a more advanced codec, H.264 instead of MJPEG. Unlike the MiniDVR, the iRecord also records high-quality audio. The MiniDVR records at the bitrate 3 times higher than the iRecord at the same resolution, yet the picture is noisy and shows noticeable macro blocking. Now let's compare it to a more expensive device, the Portta VD20P. Doubling the price doubles the features. There are 2 input types instead of 1, 4 target resolutions instead of 2. There are 4 selectable bitrates. The frame rate is doubled. The battery is optional and needs to be purchased separately if you want to use the device as an on-camera monitor recorder. I recorded this with a VHS camcorder. We can compare the pictures side by side. It needs to be mentioned that the iRecord lifts highlights significantly to the point the brightest parts of the image can be blown out. This comes from a 20-year-old VHS tape recorded at EP speed, so the quality was not great to begin with.
God bless. Beth Lindstrom. My junior prom date? What about her?
I had sex with her. At the prom.
That hurts. But I deserved it. Rachel Fletcher. In your den.
Christine Mayer.
Amy Becker.
Kelly Phillips. Jackie Pignon. Carla Washington.
Randy Mayer was a born saver.
Want to get a fudge bar? I'm saving for retirement. Can I just buy one Twinkie?
But today, every time Randy uses one from American Express, we make a deposit to a high-yield savings account.
Small popcorn.
Wait, you know what? Make that a medium.
Are you sure? Would you like a soda with that?
No.
Now, when Randy spends, he saves. Introducing one from American Express.
Is this the help desk?
Yes, it is.
We need help.
With what?
He's always
I understand. Farmer, designer, weaver, buyer, shipper, seller.
Okay, what do you got?
You need a customized integrated real-time web portal.
What?
To get you on the same page.
Perfect.
Who are you?
Shepherd.
Finally, if you want to use the iRecord for a tapeless build, this is the quality you should expect. The iRecord sometimes glitches even in perfect conditions, and one time it recorded a video at 17 frames per second. I have no idea how did this happen. It also could not properly stop recording and close the file when the memory card ran out of space. As a result, a couple of hours of recording was lost. The iRecord does not upscale the incoming video to HD and has no preset for widescreen video. The accessories that come with the iRecord include 2 types of analog cables. One has RCA plugs on both ends, another has a 3.5mm plug that fits many camcorders, but does not match the pin outs of my JVC camcorder, so I use my own cable. An HDMI cable for modern TVs and monitors is also included. The device is powered through USB port, so it comes with a cable and a power adapter. They are also used to charge the built-in battery to use the device in off-grid situations. The USB port used the mini connector, while the bundled cable came with micro plug, so it could not be used. Luckily, I have an old power adapter from Motorola cell phone. The device came with software on a CD. How quaint. The software may not work on Windows 10 or newer versions. I haven't checked. It did install on my Windows 7 machine, but hang when I accidentally navigated to Capture tab.
I had sex with her. At the prom.
In closing, let me do a quick pro and con. The iRecord uses H.264 codec, which is still very much relevant today. Even with baseline profile at level 3.1, it is about 3 times more efficient compared to MiniDVR. But the audio codec, which uses PCM at 700 kilobits per second, is wasteful. It could easily be MP3 or AAC at 128 kilobits per second or less, which would increase the overall efficiency by at least 20%. Highlights are too bright to the point they are blown out, and there is no setting to adjust the brightness. Occasional glitches happen during recording. The frame rate is only 30 frames per second, not 60. There is no HD upscaling and no widescreen support. Audio can go out of sync with video. Now, on the positive side, the device is reasonably small, lightweight and thin to be used as an on-camera monitor recorder. The majority of analog video has old-school 4:3 proportions, so the lack of a widescreen option is not a deal-breaker. 30 frames per second is an acceptable or even preferred rate for some. Many high-profile organizations archive their videos at this rate. 1 GB per hour is an efficient rate, which is important in the time of rising RAM and storage prices.
Introducing the mid-size Nissan Frontier. Mid-size truck, full-size hardware, goodbye compact.
No two families are alike. That's why Toyota makes 5 different SUVs. If your kids prefer dirt to pavement, there's the rugged 4Runner. Or if they're a bit more refined, there's the smooth-riding Highlander. Either way, both seat 7. They have them bigger, and they have them smaller. They even have a fuel-efficient hybrid. And all Toyota SUVs come with Vehicle Stability Control Standard. Now get $3,000 cash back on select 4Runner models. For SUV choice, Toyota's moving forward.
Ultimately, you will be hard-pressed to find something better for this price. This is all. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. I strive to reply to all the comments. Goodbye.
For your many sides. The all-new 306 horsepower IS from Lexus.